Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Venus and Rahu in 6th house. In astrology, the placement of Venus and Rahu, north node of the moon, in the 6th house of a natal chart can have various effects on a person's life and personality. It's important to note that the interpretation of such placements should be done in the context of the entire birth chart, as astrology is a complex system that takes into account the positions of all the planets and their aspects. Here are some general interpretations for Venus and Rahu in the 6th house. 1. Harmony in service. Venus represents love, beauty, and harmony, while the 6th house is traditionally associated with service, health, and daily routines. With Venus in this house, you may find pleasure and satisfaction in helping others or in your work. You may have a natural ability to create a harmonious and pleasant atmosphere in your workplace. 2. Work in creative or aesthetic fields. Venus in the 6th house can indicate a preference for jobs or daily routines that involve creativity, aesthetics, or beauty. You may be drawn to professions in the arts, fashion, or design. 3. Relationships at work. Venus in the 6th house can bring a focus on relationships in the workplace. You may form close bonds with colleagues or clients, and these relationships may play a significant role in your work life. However, Rahu's influence can make these relationships complex or unconventional in some way. 4. Health and wellness. The 6th house is also associated with health and wellness. With Venus here, you may take a more balanced and harmonious approach to your health and well-being. You might be interested in practices that promote beauty and well-being, such as yoga or holistic health. 5. Rahu's influence. Rahu is known for its disruptive and craving nature. When Rahu is in the 6th house, there can be a desire for power and recognition in the workplace, which may lead to unorthodox or ambitious career choices. Be cautious of overindulgence or obsession in your daily routines or work life, as Rahu can amplify these tendencies. 6. Health challenges. Depending on other factors in the birth chart, the combination of Venus and Rahu in the 6th house may bring unique health challenges or issues related to indulgence, especially if Rahu's influence is strong. It's important to remember that the overall impact of these planetary placements can vary significantly depending on the specific positions, aspects, and other planetary influences in the birth chart. Consulting with a professional astrologer can provide you with a more detailed and personalized interpretation of your astrology chart. Certainly, here are some additional insights into the placement of Venus and Rahu in the 6th house. 7. Desire for recognition in service. With Rahu in the 6th house, there can be an intense desire for recognition and status in your work or daily routines. You may strive for power and authority in your career and be willing to take unconventional or ambitious paths to achieve your goals. This can sometimes lead to a competitive and driven approach to your work. 8. Unusual work environments. Rahu's influence often brings a sense of the unusual or unconventional. You may find yourself working in unique or non-traditional settings. This could include fields related to technology, innovation, or areas that are considered on the fringes of society. 9. Conflict and competition. The 6th house also represents conflicts, competition, and enemies. With Rahu here, there may be a tendency to attract or create conflicts in your work environment. It's important to be mindful of how you handle workplace disputes and to avoid manipulation or deceit. 10. Interest in occult and mystical practices. Rahu's influence can also make you curious about occult and mystical subjects. You may have an interest in exploring hidden or esoteric knowledge related to health and healing. 11. Balancing relationships. Venus in the 6th house suggests that you may have a caring and harmonious approach to dealing with conflicts in relationships, particularly in the workplace. You may be skilled at finding diplomatic solutions and maintaining balance in your interactions with colleagues or employees. 12. Attention to detail. The 6th house is associated with attention to detail, and Venus here can enhance your ability to notice and appreciate the finer aspects of your work or daily routines. This attention to detail can be an asset in professions that require precision and craftsmanship. 13. Health consciousness. With Venus and Rahu in the 6th house, you may be health conscious and interested in maintaining a pleasing appearance. This can lead to a focus on diet, exercise, and overall well-being. Remember that astrology is a complex system, and the interpretation of planetary placements depends on the entire birth chart, including the signs, aspects, and other planetary positions. Individual experiences can vary widely, and these general interpretations provide only a broad overview of the potential influences of Venus and Rahu in the 6th house. For a more personalized analysis, consulting with a professional astrologer who can assess your entire birth chart is recommended. Certainly, here are some further insights into the placement of Venus and Rahu in the 6th house. 14. Social service and volunteering. With Venus in the 6th house, you may find satisfaction and pleasure in helping others, particularly through acts of kindness and service. This can lead to involvement in charitable or humanitarian activities. Rahu's influence can make your approach to social service unique or unconventional. 15. Work-life balance. Striking a balance between work and personal life can be a theme for you. Venus's influence can emphasize the need for harmony and balance in all areas of life, including your daily routines and work. You may prioritize maintaining a healthy work-life balance. 16. Aesthetic workspaces. You might be drawn to aesthetically pleasing work environments. Creating a beautiful and comfortable workspace could be important to you, and it may enhance your productivity and job satisfaction. 17. Romantic interests in the workplace. Venus in the 6th house can sometimes indicate romantic attractions or relationships with colleagues or people you meet through your work. It's important to exercise discretion and maintain professionalism in such situations. 18. Artistic expression in daily life. This placement can encourage you to infuse artistic and creative elements into your daily routines and work. You may have a talent for bringing beauty and artistry into even the most mundane tasks. 19. Relationships with pets. The 6th house is also associated with pets and small animals. With Venus here, you may have a strong affinity for pets and may find solace and joy in their company. Rahu can make your connection with animals unique or unconventional. 20. Managing conflicts with grace. Venus in the 6th house often gives a diplomatic and gracious approach to dealing with conflicts and disputes. You may have the ability to resolve conflicts in a way that maintains harmony and cooperation. 21. Interest in holistic healing. With Venus and Rahu in this house, you may be drawn to holistic and alternative healing modalities. This can include practices like acupuncture, herbal medicine, or energy healing. You may explore non-conventional approaches to health and well-being. 22. Potential for career in the arts. If other factors in your birth chart support it, this placement could indicate potential for a career in the arts or creative fields. Your work may involve aesthetics, design, or artistic expression. As mentioned earlier, the interpretation of planetary placements in astrology is highly individualized and depends on the overall birth chart. The aspects, signs, and the positions of other planets play a significant role in shaping the influence of Venus and Rahu in the 6th house. For a comprehensive analysis tailored to your specific chart, consulting with a professional astrologer is recommended.